Guest of the program, we have a lot of listeners in Michigan, so it's always great to dial it up with Thaddeus McCotter, Republican from the 11th District of Michigan. Good morning, Mr. Congressman. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I like your, I follow you on Twitter, and I like the picture of you playing guitar.
Yeah, it's something that I picked up when I was younger, and it's a vice I've yet to break.
Well, you don't have to break that vice. It's cool. You know, the Republican Party could use a little coolness factor once in a while.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. What are we going to talk about today?
A couple of things we were talking about this morning. Number one was Colin Powell on one of the Sunday morning shows yesterday, taking Newt to task, saying that if unemployment was 4%, certainly 30% of Republicans wouldn't think that Barack Obama is a secret Muslim. What do you think about Colin Powell's comments?
Well, I haven't seen the data to support that. And I think the point that he might have been trying to make was that the economy, when it's recessed, has a negative impact upon the party in power, and especially the presidency. But as for how they perceive the president's religious views, I don't want to speculate on that, and I don't think he necessarily should have.
And he also talked about amnesty, that all people that are here illegally should, we should include them, and that the immigration laws that are going on in Arizona are all wrong. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think all along the problem that we have had is that our entire immigration system is broken. We cannot blame the victim, the immigrants that are brought here. However, it's a rule of law. And if you have another amnesty, as many people are talking about, or if you do not try to enforce the borders, you're going to be right back where we were. Let's not forget that Ronald Reagan passed an amnesty in 1986. And what happened? It is human nature to understand that if the United States gets in the habit every 20 to 30 years of winding up passing an amnesty, that they're going to do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm here. Yeah, absolutely. Thaddeus McCotter, I want to get your thoughts on when the Republicans take the House. I think that is clearly what's going to happen in November. Are you behind Boehner for Speaker?
I never take the bait that we're going to get it back. The American public is going to make that decision. They're sovereign citizens. And let's not forget, one of the things that the Republicans allowed to happen to them when we had the majority and we made mistakes was we used to assume a lot of things, and that showed itself up in hubris. It showed itself up in spending. The worst thing the Republican Party can do coming in the door is to start to display that hubris prior to even being elected. Now, as for Majority Leader Boehner, I love Majority Leader Boehner, and I would vote for him for Speaker, and I'm unaware of anyone running against him at this time, were we to be entrusted with a majority.
There was something out over the weekend, I don't have it in front of me, but they said clearly some of the Tea Party-esque Republicans that may be coming to the House of Representatives here in November want new leadership and would not accept Boehner, nor would new senators accept Mitch McConnell, that they want a clean sweep and start with fresh leadership. But you'd get behind the Dean Martin of the Republicans, John Boehner.
Well, yeah, he would help offset a lot of my rock and roll tendencies. We get a little easy listening in it, too. But, it's one of the things that the Democrats like to do and the left likes to do, is they like to divide Republicans. And again, that's why speculating on what we will or will not do, or getting into the personalities of who will or will not do what, is a distraction from the key issues facing America, which is we're staring at the largest tax increase in American history. We're dealing with a recessed economy, and we know that when you raise taxes in a recessed economy, you're just going to prolong and deepen it.
Do you think that lame duck session of Congress after the November elections would be arrogant enough to allow the Bush tax breaks to expire and raise our taxes beginning the first of next year?
Well, in lame duck, all manner of things are possible. I think the Democrats are trying internally right now to find a way to address the issue before they head into the election, because I think they understand that allowing them to simply all revert backwards and to raise taxes in a recession is going to be very detrimental to them come Election Day. So there's a long way to go before lame duck, and I think that the issue is going to be one that we probably will at least address before we wind up heading into a lame duck after the election.
Now, Thad, one thing Big John and I are arguing about this morning is Christine O'Donnell. She canceled 2 appearances, one on Chris Wallace's show and then another on CBS Face the Nation. Do you agree or disagree that she claimed that she was tired, it was a conflict in schedule, and she canceled on both of those programs? Is that okay in your mind?
Well, I don't like to tell other candidates how to do their business. One, the Democrats would not believe that I was acting in their best interest. I'd offer the advice. And people have a better idea of what to do in Delaware than I do because I don't live there. I'm a Federalist, and I'm a Republican. She's our nominee. She's going to run her campaign. Just as I'm going to run mine. So I think it's important for media figures like yourself to speculate on it, but if I, as a candidate in the Republican Party, were to start telling her what to do, we would just call that something. I think the answer back would be mind your own business.
Congressman McCotter, before we let you get on with your day, do you think the Lions got hosed here in Chicago last week?
Yes, but it's Chicago. We're not surprised.
Obama was behind it? Is that what you're saying?
I'll give you a lot of credit. You beat the Cowboys, which was, I think, was unexpected. And we got beat by the Eagles.
Oh, no. Michael Vick.
We're gearing up again, gritting our teeth. But we've shown improvement, and we're convinced that one day, when I'm on your show, we're going to be talking about how the Lions did not get hosed in Chicago to beat you.
And one final sports question. Do you think all college coaches saw the warning that maybe you shouldn't trick Notre Dame with a fake play at the end of the game? Because look what happened to the MSU coach.
Well, that was just a shock. Mr. D'Antonio was always in great condition, and it just goes to show you how important it is to get routine checkups. And I think that a lot of the Michigan State family's praying for him. He's a good guy, and I'm not a Michigan State or U of M alum, so I get to love everybody equally. But I think that when you look at it, it was a shock to everybody, and we're just hoping that he quickly recovers.
It's not nice to play tricks on Touchdown Jesus, I'll tell you that. Bad things will happen to you.
I thought it was a joke when I saw it. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? It's true.
It was a home game. The home game up at Michigan State. He's at Sparrow Hospital. He's supposedly doing well. It was a mild heart attack. And we expect, he's a very tough man. We expect that he'll be back as quickly as he can.
Congressman McCotter, thanks so much for your time this morning.